So I found more Thunderbirds, and I found the regular treasure hunt funny car. I just walked into Kroger at the right time. These were already opened, and me and another local collector were going through them, and we split the regular treasure hunts. There were no supers, but the employee just cracked the cases and we went through them, so I guess I'll put these in a dump bin. There's a dump bin down there, so that way they're not left like this, but walked in at the right time. Hello again, all my Hot Wheels collectors, Hot Wheels enthusiasts, diecast lovers. In my hand, I have the 2022 Q Case regular treasure hunt of the 71 Mustang Funny car. Out of all the treasure hunts for 2022, this was the one I was hoping to find, and I currently now have 3 in the collection. This is a casting that I really like, that I've been collecting over the years. I don't really chase after regular treasure hunts anymore. They're just not as desirable for me, and it really has to be a casting that I get excited about or have been collecting for quite some time. So I am excited to be adding this to my funny car collection. This isn't going to be the best example of this car, but I thought I would go ahead and open it up for you guys and compare this one to its earlier release, which was 11 years ago, the 2011 regular treasure hunt of the exact same casting. So I think it's going to be interesting to compare these two and show everyone what a 11-year difference does to a business that needs to cut corners and save money due to the higher cost of just producing and living. So we are going to open up the 2022 version. So we're going to free it from its prison and get a look at both of these cars. So got our little congratulations. This symbol means you just found a collectible treasure hunt. Yay! Let's go ahead and look at the 2011 variation first. Now, if you are familiar with this time period of regulars, you know that the regular variation came with a supersized variation. I thought it was only fair to at least acknowledge this beautiful piece, this Spectra Flame green. Mattel executed this car perfectly, in my opinion. I love the wheel choice. I love the Goodyear tires. So it's just a fantastic piece. If you're wondering why I'm wearing gloves, it's because I don't like to get my oily hands on the bottoms of the castings that have metal bases. So it causes them to discolor over time, and that gets on my nerves. So that's my OCD fact. So let's start with the regular variation here, which is definitely going to be the one we're comparing to the 2022 variation. So right off the bat, we see the really cool Hot Wheels written across the body line of the Mustang here. We got some racing brands on the bottom by the exhaust. We have the 5-spoke Goodyear tire on the back and just the regular 5-spoke in the front. We have the old Treasure Hunt logo here in the front fender. And then I really liked it when they put Treasure Hunt written out on any of the Treasure Hunt castings. I think that's pretty cool. So we got that on the back fender here. And we got a Hot Wheels logo. It's kind of faint here, but we got a Hot Wheels logo here on the bottom of the fender there, behind the rear wheel. When we move to the top of the casting, we have the racing stripe that continues from the nose of the vehicle all the way to the trunk, covering the roof as well. And we have the Hot Wheels logo in the same color pattern across the hood of the vehicle. Now, I absolutely love green in general on real cars and on Hot Wheels. And this like metallic flake is so nice. Look how it just shines in the light. So This is going to come to play when I show you the 2022 variation. When I was holding the 2022 variation in my hand, I was like, wow, these do have some similarities. I truly think when they were designing this year's treasure hunt, they went back to this one and got some ideas off of this variation of the treasure hunt. And of course, the best feature is the fact that we can open this one with the rising body and the metal on metal aspect. And this car's got some weight to it. When I go back and forth from this one to the 22 variation, you can definitely feel the weight difference. Mine's a little stiff. It doesn't open as much as it should. It can open wider than that. I got a couple variations down here that will prove that. I feel like it's got lockjaw a little bit. So let's go to the 2022 variation. I really do like the tampo design on this one. I'm not much for the color scheme, but this is a 70s car, and brown, orange, and yellow was quite popular back then, so I guess it kind of makes sense. We have the Wild Pony going down the body line of the car instead of Hot Wheels. We got the NHRA logo. Instead of having Goodyear on the tires, we got Goodyear on the side of the vehicle this time. We got the Hot Wheels logo behind the wheel tire there. They both are going to be featuring gold 5-spoke tires, but unfortunately this one did not get stamped with the Goodyear brand on it. Most likely a budget cut there. We have the Hot Wheels design that mimics the other one here at the bottom of the fender, and then we have the Ford emblem there. So unfortunately it is a plastic base. Oh, again, another budget cut. When we go to the top of the casting, the stripes do not continue down the whole body line of the roof and into the trunk. Most likely another budget cut. So the stripes just go onto the hood, but look at the paint. It's got a metallic paint to it, just like the 2011 variation. So I thought that was pretty interesting that they did it with this one as well, along with the 5-spoke wheels in gold, along with the treasure hunt logo kind of up front this time. The other one was right here, and this one's going to be behind it. They both have the AAFC on it, and they both have the Hot Wheels logo in the same spot towards the rear of the car. So a lot of similarities there. Unfortunately, a fixed base, you know, we do not get that opening body function that this casting is known for and loved for. Also, I wanted to show you guys this tampo error. So the one on the bottom really got messed up, but I think it's really, really neat. So the white stamp where it says Wild Pony, NHRA, and it has the Hot Wheels logo and Ford logo, all that must be part of the same stamp, and it got drunk. the stamp was drunk that day when it went through the production line, and it got all crazy. I don't know. It is a Wild Pony. It must have had a wild weekend, because it got off track there, but I think it's kind of cool when you get a tampo that is clearly flawed because it makes it unique. These little errors, it's kind of like a one of a kind. You know, maybe several went down the assembly line like this, but I only have the one Wild Pony print. But I thought it was cool enough to share with you guys. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the 11 or do you prefer the 22 variation? I think even despite the budget cuts, the 22 variation is a really good treasure hunt, especially when you compare it to other regular treasure hunt in recent years. There's just been a lot of fantasy castings that Mattel has chosen to be regular treasure hunts. So I think this is a good find. I think a lot of collectors are going to enjoy this one. Now, this casting right here is from 2014. And look how wide this one opens up. This one does not have the lockjaw feature. And you can see that this one is metal on metal, y'all. This was 2014. So we weren't into that steep of budget cuts yet. Slowly and surely, we've seen it over the last 10 years. We've seen the opening hood functions start to go away with some of the castings, like the 67 Ford Mustang, or was it the 65 Mustang casting lost its opening hood in the main line. We lost a couple other opening hood functions on some of the other castings as well. Here are them carded from 2014. I love this green variation. This is the only green variation I have from this year. I had two of the blue and only one of this green, so I've left it carded this whole time. I wanted to show you the Flying Customs variation. All these other ones I'm showing you are metal on metal. 2007 Super Chrome's variation. This one has a really good opening body. This one will almost fly off. This was part of a 10-pack that was available at Target. So that's a really, really nice piece. Also, we have here the 2009 Premium. This was from the Drag Strips line. Drag Strip Demons, I believe it was called. Something like that from 2009. And I fell in love with this design with the Hot Wheels logo on the side, and the way they designed it. It's just really, really cool. It's not overly cluttered with tampos. Done very nicely. These wheels are pretty basic compared to some of the new rubber tires and rims that Mattel puts out on premium castings, but they work so well on these drag cars, these funny cars. Taillights, our headlight there. Just a really, really nice piece. So there we go. I got the drag strip demon one to stand on its own. Man, you need like a toothpick or something to put in these. I remember some of the funny cars came with the little plastic in it, little plastic stand. These cars really need that function. Really, really bad. Maybe that's why, another reason why they just decided to fix this one to the body, because they don't really like to stand up on their own anyway. But those are my survivors from over the years, over time. Sometimes I personally look at my collection, I'm like, why do I have so much stuff? And part with stuff and make room for the new. So those are the remaining funny cars. But when my display cabinet becomes free and it's not filled with my holiday decor, I'm really big into holiday decor. I have a good sized collection. That's another hoarding problem I have. But once that stuff gets put away after the holidays, I'll display these two together. Don't they look cute? Aww. We got the non-budget cut and the budget cut together. So I'll put these in my cabinet together with the rest of my supers and regular treasure hunts. Happy hunting, everyone. Stay safe. Have fun. Until next time, bye. Earthquake.